Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're going to unpack a really powerful framework for success, and it's drawn from a devotional text. The whole idea is that one specific practice can literally change the entire trajectory of your life. It all kicks off with this single, powerful promise.
So let's start right here with the central promise from this ancient text. You see how it draws a straight line between a very specific practice, meditating on Scripture, and two very real-world outcomes, prosperity and, as it says, good success. I mean, that's a pretty bold claim, right? And it really sets the stage for everything we're about to explore.
So, you might be wondering, what does it actually mean to meditate in this sense? Because, we hear that word and we think of quiet, silent contemplation. But the source we're looking at today suggests it's something totally different. It's active, it's vocal, and it's a powerful process that's actually designed to get you real-world results. At its heart, the idea being presented is that this specific kind of meditation is a major key to unlocking undeniable success in your life. It's not positioned as just one of many options, but as a truly foundational principle. And according to the source material from Pastor Oyakhilome, this isn't just about finding some inner peace. Nope, it is explicitly framed as a tool for tangible outward success. The whole idea is that this internal practice directly creates external prosperity and achievement.
So this is where it gets really interesting. How does an idea that's just in your head become a reality in your actual life? Well, the text describes it as a concrete spiritual process with very distinct stages. It's a journey from simple information all the way to tangible manifestation.
And here's what that process looks like. It all starts with information. That's just having the words in your mind. But then, through meditation, that information becomes revelation. It's no longer just data. It's a living force inside your spirit. And from there, it becomes manifestation, where your life literally becomes the living proof of those words.
Now, what's really crucial here is that this practice isn't just a single action. It's more like a skill that you progress through. The source actually outlines distinct levels of meditation, and each one builds on the one before it.
Okay, so the journey starts at level 1, just thinking the words. Simple enough. But to really move forward, the text says you have to get to level 2, muttering. And this is the act of speaking the words, maybe under your breath, repeating them until they're not just a passing thought, but they actually start to dominate your consciousness. And this is where it all builds to a climax. From muttering, you graduate to the third and highest level, which is identified by the Hebrew word haga. And listen, this has nothing to do with quiet contemplation. This is about roaring or shouting the word with absolute conviction, with a sense of victory and celebration. So, why all this progression? What's the point of the roaring? Well, according to the source, consistently practicing this Haga style of meditation is what unlocks the most powerful and tangible results in your life. Let's take a look at what those promised outcomes are. The text claims this practice builds up your personal boldness and faith, it gives you deep insight, and it aligns your thoughts and your words with a higher will. But the ultimate goal? To get to a place where you dominate your circumstances and, get this, make the impossible possible. And other scriptures cited in the source really reinforce this whole theme. This verse, for instance, suggests that if you give yourself completely to this practice, your profiting, or your progress and success, will become so visible that everyone around you will see it. Okay, so understanding the concept is one thing. But how do you actually do it? How do you integrate this principle into your daily life? This is where we move from the theory to the practical application. The key takeaway here is all about consistency. The source is absolutely clear on this. This is not something you do sporadically or only when you feel inspired. It's positioned as an essential, non-negotiable part of your daily routine. And to make it really practical, the source gives this simple 3-part method to follow every day. First, you ponder the text. Then, you speak it aloud. That's engaging that second level of meditation we talked about. And finally, you actively visualize the fulfillment of those words in your own life. And here it is, the final promise. The claim is that by consistently doing this, the words themselves become active agents of change. They don't just describe a possible reality, they are said to actually energize your spirit to create that reality in and for you. And that leaves us with a final, really provocative thought from this entire framework. It puts an immense amount of power and responsibility right on our own words. So if what we consistently say, mutter, and maybe even roar is what shapes our world, it really makes you ask the question, what reality am I speaking into existence every single day?